Yes, people, how we doing? Welcome back to another day of glorious streaming for you absolute legends. Welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for joining me. And yeah, we are back. We are back for another day. And yeah, I'm excited. Do make sure you get excited. I'm excited. Are you excited? Let's go. Nick, how we doing, my man? Great to see you. Welcome to the stream. Of course, everyone else, welcome to the stream. Let me know who's in. Make sure you get your comments in. Make sure, of course, you also get your likes in. Let's get the likes going on the stream. We're back for a new week of streaming. And yeah, should be a good one. I'm looking forward to this week. We'll obviously cover what we're looking at with Bitcoin so far. We'll obviously cover alts and that as well. We did obviously do a lot of it last night. If you wasn't in the stream, if not, don't worry. We'll obviously be doing it again. BPN, how we doing? Great to see you. You're sleepy. Why was you up all night looking at your trades, mate? Or something. Wiz, how we doing, mate? Great to see you. Rab, GM to you. Knick-knack, hello. Big wave to you, mate. Yeah, thank you for joining me, everyone. It's great to see you. Wiz, let me know if you want to come on the stream this week any day, and I can also come on yours if you want. I don't know what you're doing on Thursday, but for me to come on with you on yours, I could do Thursday. Obviously in the morning time before my obviously Stonksy stream. But yeah, if you're doing anything if not and you're free on Thursday, I can come on your stream and yeah, obviously return the favor. So let me know. Let me know if you just want to DM me or whatever. That's fine. But yeah, while you're in here, thought I would offer that up, of course. And yeah, obviously, let me know in the chat what your thoughts on the market are. What do you think? Work weekends, always sleeping Monday. Fair enough, mate. Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, I think we're looking quite interesting. There's a couple of things, obviously, I want to go through today. One of them being, obviously, are we repeating the pattern of July, which is one. I'll tell you what, we could just go straight in and look at that straight away, couldn't we? So, the pattern of July, what am I going on about? Well, I believe we put in, didn't we, the low of the month in July, very early. So there is obviously the 1st of July. And the low of the month came in obviously on the 1st and 2nd day, where we had obviously like these tweezer bottoms on the pattern on the candles here. And then obviously we rallied for the rest of the month. Now, we obviously haven't done it on the 1st of the month again, but we are in a similar pattern where, as you can see, early on in the month, now let's just obviously highlight the 1st of August there. Early in the month, obviously we've put in kind of a similar looking pattern, haven't we? Where we've come down, we've had these tweezer bottoms here on these two candles and are looking to bounce. So I'm fascinated to see if this obviously works out. Now, doesn't necessarily mean we're going to go to new highs in August, but, you know, could we just re-enter this range and keep slapping around in there again? Yeah, we could do. Which obviously for moving into September and then obviously Q4 would be a great position for Bitcoin if we was able to do that. So not necessarily meaning maybe we're going to go to 130, 140k in August. But, you know, could we just recapture this range and then maybe have a few more weeks of sideways? I don't think that would be the end of the world because it obviously lines Bitcoin up pretty well for moving into September and then obviously the Q4 months. Would also create, for anyone who likes the patterns, it would create an inverse head and shoulders for anyone who likes the patterns if we got this. Now, I think this is potential. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen, but if it did, I don't think anyone could complain, really. If we had a new, a few more boring weeks of just recapturing this range and then slapping it between 120 and 116k, it's not the end of the world. But also, we could obviously come down here where we was looking at. You could potentially come down here as well. So yeah, there's definitely a discussion point around that. Yeah, just let me know, mate. How are we doing, Steve-O? I'm all right, mate. I'm all right. Great to see you. Thank you for joining. But yeah, I think that's definitely one potential. Just looking at the similarities between the start of July, the start of August. And then we're going to put in a similar pattern. We definitely could, i.e., the lower the month coming in early. Now, if we do have a look, let's have a look at the month. Because I actually haven't looked at the monthly candles that we put in. That's obviously a great candle that we put in on Bitcoin. Where was the monthly candle? So it's quite interesting, really, isn't it? We did close, obviously, in and around this monthly resistance area, which comes in a bit lower than the daily resistance area. But it wasn't obviously too far away from putting in, obviously if we manage to close August above just anywhere above 3,755. Obviously, if we closed above 4,300, then we could, put in the second highest monthly close or the highest, whatever. But it's not actually too far away from putting in one of the highest ever monthly closes on ETH, which is just fascinating, really, isn't it? But yeah, that's what we've got on ETH, and then obviously altcoins, nothing really too much that we need to cover with them on a monthly aspect. But yeah, there's Sol for us, so that's what we're looking at there. But yeah, Bitcoin obviously really interesting coming into this week. I do wonder. Is this it? maybe do we have one more just to really mess with people, or are we just gonna just reclaim? Now, unfortunately, I did get liquidated on that 40x long I had on the stream account, which is unfortunate, really, because at the time I had a obviously a really good position on, because I think we was up like I think it was up like 50% or something, wasn't we, on stream on Friday? And obviously, in reality, I should have closed it, but I didn't. Either way, yeah, we did unfortunately get liquidated. So I've added another 200 in there, so we'll restart it again, and let's see what we can do. I would love to, enter it. Look at here. So I've got this drawn out on here as well. I've had this drawn out for ages, I think. I would love to enter in and around 109. I think that would be a fantastic entry. So, yeah, we'll see what we get for that. But, yeah, stream account restarted. It's a shame, really, because we was back up to 250 as well, and we was obviously up to like 280, I think, on Friday from the P&L on that trade that we had open. But then, yeah, like obviously Bitcoin chose violence over the weekend, and I wasn't actually at the charts on Saturday night when obviously this was cascading down, so I couldn't even put another one on down here. So that's where we're at with that. But we'll restart, and obviously we'll be a bit more sensible this time. I think I was trying to be too smart. I was trying to be kind of the hero, trying to catch, a big, nice, juicy trade back to the upside. But we'll wait. We'll stay patient, and obviously, if there's anything that comes up today, we'll take advantage of it. But you let me know. What are you expecting? Are you expecting more down? I know, obviously, there's a few people that was in the stream last night here, such as BPN, who, let me know their views. But if you wasn't, let me know in the chat. What do you think's coming next? Do you think we're going to get more down? Do you think the bottom's in? Where do you think we're going next with Bitcoin? It'd be great to hear your guys' opinion. So yeah, do get that into the chat for me. Now, I don't believe we checked it last night, but let me check again. I don't believe we had. So these guys keep buying. They're not buying huge amounts, but they are buying. Look at that average price there, 116,000. Jesus. Metaplanet bought more. But my strategy didn't buy any more over the weekend. Not that we know of, anyway. But yeah, we've got just these, obviously, other public companies just carrying on buying, scooping it up. So, yeah. Obviously, Sailor sharing them buys. I don't think them buys would have had much of an effect on the market. It's probably in one of these hourly candles somewhere, isn't it? But yeah, there we go. That's what we've got. So yeah, no strategy buy this week, unfortunately. Maybe, if we would have laid some bids in and around here, maybe our trade would have still been alive. But there we go. SBET bought 150 million of ETH. Did it? Yeah, that was one of the ones that got hit pretty hard, wasn't it, on Friday? Yeah, it was down 8.88%. Obviously up a little bit pre-market. Let's have a look at this. Yeah. I fancy... Yeah. I mean, it's clear, obviously, where demand is. You've got demanding down here. So if it does come back in towards $10, I think, obviously, that's the interesting point, isn't it? Here. We want to hold it here where it came in. But, yeah, definitely something to keep an eye on that. Obviously, got Tron. Still up massively. I don't know if it will ever fill this. What do you think? What do you think for everyone in the chat? Do you think Tron, and this is obviously Tron on the stock market, do you think Tron will ever fill this gap? I think obviously the only thing really that could bring that is a bear market, isn't it? But I mean, that would be a, from say where it's up pre-market, that would be an 80% fall off. So a pretty big fall, and obviously pretty big gap. Which I forget which, like, who's what now. Like UPXI, is they the guys that did what? I forget who's bought what. Because which one was the you got Coincilium. Are you interested in this at all, Wiz? This is one of the ones that obviously just ran super hard. I can't remember what these guys did, but it obviously ran super hard, and it is coming back now to that like kind of full retrace zone, isn't it? I think this is one of the larger ones as well. Coincilium, I think this is one of like the larger stocks, and the company that did one of like the larger buys. So I think this could potentially be an interesting trade. I'm not sure. What do you think? Go and take a look at it. Let me know. But obviously it went up just ridiculous heights. But it is back down to obviously in and around, if we can come a bit lower, I think into kind of that $4 to $5 region. I think that is an interesting point there, isn't it? Obviously the origin of the move. But yeah, I forget what all these are now. Like just I forget who's bought what and what's like who's what asset, which is so that's that. Yeah, Bitmine. Is that the Lee guy? Tom Lee. Is he Bitmine? I can't remember. I wish I could remember these. Anyway, but yeah, I think crypto stocks are coming into a pretty interesting point. I think as well. Crypto related stocks. XRP on the 4-hour show signs of being walked. Well, I suppose an interesting thing is, has any public company done an XRP? Has any public company done an XRP treasury yet? Because if they haven't, that thing could get really pumped, because obviously we know XRP is kind of like the king retail coin, isn't it? It's probably like the coin that is mostly known alongside Bitcoin. Just general people, maybe people who don't even have crypto, they probably know XRP just because it's obviously just massively promoted, isn't it? So I think the company that does an XRP one could get a serious thing. I don't know anyone that's done it yet. I don't know if anyone else has. Rab says looking for upside now again, but afraid of lower. Easy, Kev. How we doing, mate? Great to see you. Sol. We'll look when I'm back at the desk. Yeah. Afternoon. Yeah. I think that's an interesting one. Obviously, we saw that Canadian firm or whoever it was do the BNB one that was shown us on Friday, which just had like a 10x pump or whatever it was in a day. But I think anyone who does an XRP one, watch out for it, because that thing could be quite tasty, with obviously just the strong links to XRP and just retail money. So yeah, definitely something to keep an eye on. And there's not really any way we could front run that, is there? Unless obviously you're in the know somehow. But yeah, I think we'll start seeing just random ones pop off. Someone will do a Doge treasury soon. Someone will do a whatever treasury, Sui, whatever. So yeah, definitely something to keep an eye on. But yeah, great to see everyone. Thank you very much for joining. Make sure you do drop a like on the stream if you haven't. We will. Bitman is Tom Lee. Yeah, okay. Right. Cheers, Wiz. But yeah, how was everyone's weekend? Let me know what you got up to. Anyone, that's in here now, let me know what you got up to. Did you have a good weekend? Was you trading much? Is anyone in any positions? Let me know. But yeah, we'll move on now. Let's see what we've got coming up next. Bitman is Tom Lee, yeah. So yeah, obviously for anyone that's just joined, we was looking at, obviously the pattern that we saw in July, where we put the low of the month in very early on, and then obviously spent the rest of the month initial expansion, and then obviously after halfway, pretty much slap banging halfway in a month, we just went sideways. Could we see the same thing again? Doesn't necessarily mean price expansion to all-time high, but you know, could the low of the month be in early on, like July, and could we maybe walk up, maybe we reject and come back down, and then maybe walk up and then spend a couple of weeks again just trading in here? Could happen. We could go a bit lower. But yeah, I think it's pretty easy, I think, from here on out. And you say easy, you know, trading's not easy, but in terms of looking at price action, we've got either a rejection coming from 16k, we've got a reclaim coming, which will then obviously open the door back to the range high, or we have got a retest of the low, or we've got a plunge further down. So I think, yeah, for me, they're kind of the four scenarios we're looking at. But obviously, currently, we're only looking at two. Because firstly, we need to either retest 16k again for a reclaim or rejection, or we need to retest the low. From there, we'll know if you can play the rejection, or you can play the regain into the range, or obviously play a bounce from there, or obviously wait for lower. So, yeah, it's obviously not clear at the moment because we're kind of in no man's land, aren't we? All this here at the moment is no man's land. You know, there's nothing here historically. We're kind of just filling in, aren't we? This daily candle, we're kind of just filling in that body now with price action. So there's nothing really in here actionable unless you're taking some scalps, which obviously Stonksy hit a great one on the 5 minute. We did actually. I think it's still red on the hourly from all the way up there. Yeah, it is. But it did play this reversal nicely on the 5 minute, which was great from Stonksy. There we go. So yeah, nothing really to go with at the moment. It's kind of just a waiting game. It's kind of just a waiting game from here on out. Where's long VSCO? Easy weekend, no money after liquidation. Yeah. To be fair, Rab, you're not the only one, mate. I got liquidated on the stream account as well because I had that 40x long on. So you're all right. Palanta earnings. You gonna play, Dave? Play what? Palanta earnings. I don't know. What would you suggest? Let's have a look. So it's up pre-market, isn't it? What have they got? Estimate. Is it pre-market or post-market? Or post-market, after market close? I think I might play some downside, yeah. I might just have like a gamble on some downside. What do you think? I think it could be worth it, couldn't it? I don't know. I think obviously let it open because it's gonna obviously open at 157 back towards here. But I think I might play some downside on it. Because the thing has just been going up non-stop constantly. So this could be the ideal trap, really, couldn't it? It's quite crazy, really, like just how much things have gone up since April, isn't it? Like, you know, it's literally 4 months and things have doubled, trebled, obviously quadrupled in some cases since August. Since April to August. It's actually quite crazy just how much things have gone up. But yeah, I think I might play some downside on this. Placed a long and told my partner she can spend the profits if it hits on VSCO. Victor. Oh, Victor. Oh, right. Okay. I didn't even know what the ticker was. Let's see. It's up nicely pre-market, isn't it? Yeah, to be fair, it is kind of back in this. It's back in this zone, isn't it? Which is just filled with demand. Oh, hang on. I'm looking at the 1 hour. Yeah, on a daily, you can see it more clearly. Yeah, obviously in and around here, like, in and around $18. Pretty good with demand of late. Yeah, I think it looks good, to be fair. That was a pretty brutal sell-off, wasn't it, at the end of the year? Jesus Christ, $50 all the way down to there. I suppose that's like running into Christmas, isn't it? When obviously, yeah, probably like the Christmas hype or something, I don't know. But that is a brutal sell-off. Jesus. Look at that. Fucking hell. Great run-up, though. Great run-up. I mean, yeah, it looks good, doesn't it? Like, historically, you look at it historically as a chart. Obviously, I know we're not there, but you've got this area here, $18. And then if it does happen to drop below, if you can pick any up around 16 or 15, anywhere in that kind of $2 bracket from 15 all the way up to late $16. Historically, that has been obviously good demand. So you kind of got good invalidation, because if it breaks down from here, it's going to fall back into demand down here. So I do kind of like it as a player. That was my entry. Take profit 21, 23, 27. Yeah, looks good. So obviously, yeah, that take profit 3 would be expansion, wouldn't it, out of this range that it's formed over the past few months. Stop loss would probably be cheaper for me. Stop loss is 15.30. Yeah, no, yeah, nice. Very nice, mate. I like it. I like it a lot. What's this? Right. So we have so yeah, that's where we're up to with that. If anyone else has got any interesting tickers or anything looking like it's in an interesting zone, let me know. I'll tell you what was interesting, Wiz, and it was I think it's kind of a missed opportunity, is, do you look at the MAGS ETF a lot? Which is obviously the ETF for the Magnificent Seven. That literally just tipped over all-time high on Thursday. As you can see there, went up to just shy of 60. Obviously, all-time high in December. And then dropped back below on Friday. Now, obviously, that just looks like a swing failure, doesn't it, now? It looks kind of... I think it's probably... there's not really much point in trying to capitalize on it yet. But obviously, from up there... That has obviously been a night, like, just kind of tip over, liquidation, and then drop. Formed quite nice. This thing is just... I was looking at this, and I think this thing is just fantastic for anyone who doesn't really know, what to kind of spread across the Magnificent Seven. Obviously, with this, you just get everything, don't you? So you get, like, all 7 parts of it in one, which is great. Something I'm going to be looking to heavily load into, eventually when we get some sort of really good retrace on it, which I think, as we've said on the stream, probably will come eventually. Don't know when, but it will probably come eventually. We think and hope anyway. So, I mean, even just since April, it's got that's very low risk in it. Like, low risk to pick up the MAGS ETF in and around 40 there. And, you would have got 30-40%. So yeah, definitely going to start looking across these things more keenly, because yeah, that's just such a simple ETF, but obviously exposure to all the Mag 7, particularly for them bigger moves. I think this will be one to load up on the puts, though, to be honest, eventually. Like, if you're kind of betting, on some heavy downside across the stock market, then you may as well just use it. You should be able to do options on that, can't you, Wiz? Tempted to do a challenge in 212 where I spot trade stocks. Love it. I bought and sold a semiconductor short 4x ETF, made 12% in a day. Nice. Directionally trade with Stonksy between long and short. Yeah, nice. Yeah, that 212 challenge would be great. Imagine if you could do copy trading on 212. Oh, it'd be goated, that. If you could do copy trading on 212, then that'd be it then, wouldn't it? That'd be it. I tell you what, Wiz. Imagine if something like Hyperliquid or something launches on-chain stocks, tokenized stocks, and you could just create your own Hyperliquid vault, and then obviously just load up the vault with anyone who wants to follow you. And obviously, if they end up doing tokenized stocks, options, stuff like that on chain, that'd be the dream. That being able to follow the Wiz right there and then, getting getting on his vault. That'll be insane if they end up doing something like that. But yeah, that's the Mags ETF. So obviously the rest, MicroStrategy got hit pretty hard, but MicroStrategy actually came back into demand, hasn't it? In and around here. Oh, sorry, I've just got to take a call. I won't be a second. Right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Sorry. Thank you for those of you that stayed with me. That call went on a bit longer. The trouble is when I'm expecting a call, because of the times I do this stream, it's like right after lunchtime for people, isn't it? So as soon as they come off the lunch, I tend to get a call from anyone that I'm waiting on to call me. So thank you very much for your patience, for everyone that was waiting then. I do appreciate it. And yeah, just seems to always fall around the time that I'm streaming. If I'm expecting a call, it always happens within this 2-hour window. And it's like when, obviously, people probably typically come back off the lunchtime and stuff. But yeah, so yeah, we were looking at obviously just some crypto related stock. So yeah, MicroStrategy obviously come back into this demand zone, which was through May and June. However, this has been a long time on where I've obviously had this outline since, I think it was probably like, was it like April, May or something, that I've been looking at it. So yeah, I don't know if I expect to fall into here, but I think if it does come into here, you know, this could potentially be an area of interest for MSDR. Coin, I think down into here would make good sense, but also provide a great risk reward opportunity, because we would be 40% down from all-time high, which would obviously be a good discount on it. And yeah, obviously right into here where we got the origin of the pump up and obviously deep consolidation. So let's see what happens with that. And then obviously Circle, still waiting on a deeper pullback on Circle should it come. Ideally in and around 120 to kind of 110. So yeah, I don't know if we'll get that on Circle. Don't know if we'll be that lucky. Obviously, we've got a gap here. And then we did have some consolidation here on if you go and view the 1 hour or the 4 hour. So I don't know if we'd be that lucky, but this would be kind of max risk reward down there. So we'll keep an eye on that as well. And that is pretty much it, I think. I don't think there is anything else in terms of, if you do want me to look at any stocks, obviously let me know. Where's 212 stock trades? I'm in. Afternoon, Delta. How we doing? Ostium. Mega can trade indices and Mag7 on chain on Prius. Oh, really? On Ostium. All right, okay. Can you do any sort of copy trading on that or anything? Or is it just on trade, on-chain trading? I think that is probably something that we'll end up seeing come, to be honest. I think we'll end up seeing Hyperliquid do that eventually. It just makes sense, doesn't it, as like the next type of play. You've got kind of these platforms like Robinhood on one side, obviously traditionally stocks, Hyperliquid on the other, traditionally crypto, but then obviously Robinhood's going deeper and deeper into crypto. You would expect kind of the two worlds to come together eventually, which obviously they already semi are, but if you can get something like obviously a Hyperliquid that fully integrates on-chain stock trading, or even an exchange. You know, I think Coinbase filed, didn't they, with the SEC to list crypto-related stocks on its platform. I don't know whether they got approved or what's happening with that. But obviously, if you can do it on-chain and you can do copy trading or like a vault or something, then yeah, I think it shows your trade. Commodities are primed for higher low, in my opinion, and Forex. Yeah, Forex maybe next, as you could trade stables. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Have you ever looked at Frankencoin, Dave? No, I haven't. Let's see. Is Frankencoin a platform, is it? I'm guessing, yeah. Have been using it to hold my stables and get power. Oh, right, okay. No, I've never seen it. Swiss franc stable. No, you know what? I've never seen it. No, I've never seen it, but yeah, it sounds good. To be fair, sounds good. Oh, yeah, I like the sound of it. What else have we got? Yeah, if you want, let me know if you want me to look at any specific tickers. Let me know. Litecoin's doing. Oh, look at Litecoin go. Actually, Oh, I'll tell you what. Yeah, Litecoin's back on it, isn't it? I can't remember. Who was the guy? Does anyone remember? There was a guy that used to come into these streams. I don't know if he still does or not. And he put everything he had into Litecoin at $80. And obviously, I don't know at what point he did that. But really, when you're looking at it, the guy, I can't remember when he put them in, when he put it into Litecoin. It would have been obviously prior to this pump. So obviously, would have had a good unrealized P&L up here. But he's never I can't remember the guy's name. But he never really had an uncomfortable situation where he's been in that much of a drawdown by April. Which is obviously, nice if you can put, if you can put your money into something. And you're not kind of stressing and stuff. Not to say you go and put all your money in Litecoin, but from his entry point, to now, because he definitely got, I know we got in before this happened. So maybe it was down here somewhere or on the way up or previously, I don't know. But, obviously not really had that much stress, whoever that was. I can't remember the guy's name. I wish I could. Foldy says, oh no, we're not looking at that. We're not looking at that. But yeah, nice movement on Litecoin today. I like it. Link came back nicely into one of our levels. So yeah. Pretty perfect bounce off that. Then obviously we've got this blue box. Again, this is going to be obviously key SR. As you can see, it was key resistance. We then actually flipped it into support and then we've melted through. So need to regain 1750 on Link and then obviously back into resistance up here. DOT, the ever disappointing coin. The ever disappointing coin that is DOT. Shocking. Pretty fascinating. Had another wild pump yesterday, didn't it? It actually came back into here, which we were looking at. So OM's actually been doing pretty well, to be fair. Uni, Ondo, MNT. Oh, yeah, ETH Classic's been having a go, hasn't it? Look at this. I didn't realise this. Has anyone kept an eye on ETH Classic? I haven't, but if we would have, look at that. That is just high time frame demand. And you got two opportunities in there. One in April and then again in June. You just see high time frame demand all there. So fascinating. Go onto your charts and mark out $15 to $16 on ETH Classic and just have it as a high time frame zone. Good demand zone. Paul, not really doing much. Yeah, things have been hit really hard, haven't they? Which is not surprising because of obviously the fall that Bitcoin's had. Tia, I don't really know what to say about this. Ray, OP, yeah, a lot of these. ENA just obviously the outstanding market performer. Hi. This thing, do you remember when this thing scammed pretty hard? Look at it. Look at the state of this. Look at that. What a pump that was. Remember that? And this thing has just been falling non-stop. This is a danger coin, this. This is a real danger coin. But at some point, I don't know where it'll fall to, but at some point it'll probably level off and accumulate again like it did here. And then bang. So we'll keep an eye on Pi. It's obviously not nothing you would want to hold long term, in my opinion. But if it starts to range again, then it could be quite interesting. Kato is another one. Do you remember when that? Yeah, really missed an opportunity with Kato, didn't we? And Pi. I remember on stream when we were looking at it down here. That's how long ago it was. And I remember saying about it filling the wick in. There you go. There's the line actually in white from when we had a different background. and it filled the wick in, and then never took the short, which obviously would have just been unbelievable. ZRO's at an interesting point. ZRO is quite interesting. Back into demand. Emmy says, any thoughts on BNKR and SPK? Let's see. BNKR. The crypt. I'm guessing you mean the crypto banker coin, or Bankers Investment Trust. And what was it? SPK. Let's see. Oh wow! Look at that! Christ Almighty! Yeah, nice. I mean, I don't think there's really anything you can say about this because it's just like in an uptrend, isn't it? That can't be real, surely. What happened there? Let me pull this up again. This banker coin. Banker coin. Ah, right, okay. This. It had a pretty horrific sell-off, if that's right. I don't know what's right on this. I don't know. Maybe it could get a good narrative or something. I don't know. I don't know what really the momentum behind it is. Is it a meme coin or what? Probably is, but I mean, it could run. I suppose. Yeah, there could be some kind of narrative about bankers or something. Not really any thoughts on it though. I don't know. SPK. What a run that had. Blimey. What a run. I mean, from here, you've got pretty strong, obviously, resistance supply area here. So this is where, obviously, supply is going to come into the market and halt the price. But should it get above there, if it gets above here and let's just say it clears, 14 cents comfortably and holds above, then I think, from there, really, the only logical place you could see is towards the highs. So I think that's probably be looking at on SPK. But I mean, what a run that's had. What a run. Insane. So yeah, that's probably what I'd be looking at anyway. And that is them two covered. Anyone got anything else? Put it in the chat. I charted it the other day. Which one? Banker or SPK? Banker, wild pit. Yeah, I don't know. Does that even it doesn't even look like a right chart, that? But yes, I think it started on base, but I think they have. Right. So that maybe explains the separation in the chart then. Yeah, interesting. I mean, it could be an interesting coin. I don't know. I mean, it could get some narrative behind it, couldn't it? But I don't think it would it be any more than just kind of like a gamble. High risk, high reward potential. It might fall into that category. Yeah. Bitcoin is actually looking like it's rejecting it now. Stonksy is doing the work. It's got a resistance line drew here on the 4 hour, and of course we are rejecting off there, finding it hard to keep up. So is this going to be a dead cat bounce? Could this be a dead cat bounce? Do we short this? Does anyone think we short Bitcoin here and put the stop above there? Does anyone think we should short Bitcoin here? Let me know in the chat quick. Should we short Bitcoin here and just have our stop nice and comfortable at like 15k with the potential that we roll over? Potentially like another 5% into area of interest. Smash likes. Yeah, man. If you want to jump on, you're welcome, Wiz. Yeah, I'll send you the link. You are, mate. You're more than welcome. You don't even have to ask. Just say, Dave, I'm free, and you get the link. I'll send you it, mate. Yeah, you jump in whenever you want. Love it. But yeah, I'm thinking, do we short this? Do we short it now? It's had its dead cat bounce, potentially, if it is. I don't really want to risk too much because obviously we blew up the stream account, didn't we? So... Should we throw a I think the risk reward on that is actually not too bad, is it? Should we short it? What does everyone think? Should we short it with the idea that we're going to go lower? Or what does everyone think? Let me know in the chat. Smash the likes, yeah. Please do smash the like. Cryptogenics, great to see you, mate. It's great to see you. I don't know whether we should short it or not. It kind of looks a bit like dead cat bouncy, doesn't it? Like strong rally up, and then it's like find it difficult. I think we short this. Worst that can happen is we're wrong, innit? So it's only the worst that can happen. And I think what we'll do is we'll up that to let's see. There we go. Let's see how it works out. Add to upside liquidity. Where's how we doing, mate?
Hello, Dave. How are we?
I'm fine. How are you? You okay?
I'm all right. Yeah. It's good. Nice day. Sun's out. Charts are looking pretty tasty.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can't really complain.
What do you think is going to happen next?
It's a good question because I've not actually properly looked at Bitcoin.
I've just shorted it.
I think we probably pump up a little bit further. It's the thing. The thing is, I think that's hanging over is we've got ISM tomorrow, and I think after the payrolls on Friday, there's a lot more riding on it now. Is like my only thing is that if we get a really bad ISM as well, I mean it would be it would be a sign that the US economy is rolling over, which, whilst positive for Bitcoin in the medium term, I think in the immediate term it would probably be a run to gold.
I think the thing for me from this point is obviously the best risk reward would be from 16k. Another of a rejection from 16k. That would be kind of the best risk reward. But I think from here, this is probably the point where it looks a bit dead cat bouncy. We've obviously had the strong kind of V recovery from dropping down, from around 15k. Strong recovery, and then now we're consolidating, which obviously if it's going to roll over from any point, it's going to be here. Otherwise, obviously, we're going to go up and then smash the head against 16k to 16.5, and it's either going to reclaim or reject. So, risk reward standpoint, I think is not so bad here at the moment.
No.
I think, you obviously, as long as you got your stop loss in, you could have a stab at it, which obviously we've done. Because I mean, you can obviously see it probably more clearly on TradingView. Yeah, if it is gonna be dead cat bouncy at all, it's probably gonna be from there.
Yeah. Some interesting charts anyway.
Yeah. Let's run through. Let's have a look at the heat map. So the heat map, yeah, there is liquidity obviously above and then below, as you would expect. Nothing really major there. In terms of 3-day outlook, we do have actually a hotspot of liquidity just above 15k. So we could actually be, potentially sitting ducks, but also we know it doesn't always necessarily turn out that way. Like just where the hotspot is doesn't mean it's going to happen. We had a hotspot above 120 for about a week or 2 weeks, and Bitcoin has never gone and got it. Instead, obviously, it broke down. So, I think just looking at the chart and obviously nothing else, you can see there that hotspot at 120 is still there. So we'll either roll over from this point, or that 616k is going to be quite a really pivotal point. So we'll soon see.
Yeah, I think XRP is really interesting. I was just looking at the chart on it, sort of what I had rudimentarily marked out. I didn't take a position in it, but I was doing a charting thing, and I had a volume line drawn out at 298, and it's pushed up, retested it, gone up, retested it again. So I might keep an eye on that, because I think that either has upside up to 307 and into the daily level at 314, or it comes back down and takes out the fair value gap and comes down and retests 291.
Yeah.
So that could be an interesting one. I'll probably wait and see what it does on the line again.
Yeah.
But I'm quite bullish.
Yeah, to be fair, I think it looks good. I think it looks it looks quite good.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, because I've been trying to do a lot more stuff on X. So I've been charting up quite a lot of tokens and sort of video in the process, etc. And there's some really interesting ones that I think are showing some good PA. I had Rio on the list. That PA is actually quite nice. Seems to move really cleanly.
Yeah.
And that one's all spot. It's not leverage.
Right. Yeah.
Which I quite like. I know sort of that, but I quite like trading alts without leverage, particularly ones that don't offer any leverage, because I find the price action's a bit more natural.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Because it's all driven through spot, isn't it? Like Alchemy, that was one of the ones that we looked at recently. There's no perps on Alchemy at all. Like, let's have a look at that. What was the ticker called? What's the ticker again?
Rio. Oh, ADS. Yeah.
Obviously, yeah. So this is an example of one where there's just no perps at all, and it's obviously just all driven through spot. From an all-time standpoint, it's quite down there, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you've got the TradingView chart, so that's available on TradingView, that chart.
Yeah.
I find the CoinGecko chart is pretty hard to read. Coty is another one that I've got a financial interest in.
Yeah. God. ADS, there it is, yeah. Yeah. Yes, this is an interesting one. Yeah, obviously driven through spot and quite a good pattern. Coty, I think we covered that the other day, didn't we? Coty. Yeah,
when Hala was giving the beacon.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was it. Yeah. Yeah.
Kudos if anyone caught that.
Let's see, what is it? Yeah, I don't really know what's going to happen from here onwards. I can't quite figure it out. I mean, if we have a strong day on the stock market today, there's every chance that Bitcoin just powers upside, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a good point. Actually, I've not even looked at stocks today.
Yeah, I wonder
and
what
quite
Amazon
liked it
is.
because I'm quite exposed. What's CoreWeave 106?
Amazon's up at 217. That really fucked us over, didn't it, on Friday?
Do you know what the worst bit is when we were doing it, I thought, you know what I reckon would be all right, like one of the meme stocks, like a Robin Hood. And did you see that?
Yeah.
Did
Look
you
at the
see that
pump on it.
daily candle? That is
If
nuts.
we'd have done that, we'd have been well in the money up at the 104.
Yeah, $100 calls at 90, $100 calls down there. You would have done quite well.
Because I remember we got in towards the end of the stream, which is obviously about 3 o'clock, towards 3 o'clock. So we would have probably got in around $94, $95.
Yeah,
which is obviously
this is one to keep an eye on because I think this is a retail favorite, so it gets bought up a lot.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably. I'll tell you what, I did actually buy some on. Have you seen the Chipotle chart?
No.
I've been buying those. The puts on it feel really cheap, and I think it's because you've already had quite a lot of downside. CMG is the ticker. Yeah, there we are. Chipotle
Mexican grill.
Like this thing's absolutely like fallen through on itself.
My God.
But you can buy like calls below $40, puts below $40 really cheap. And for me, it feels like it's sitting. I've not seen anything to suggest that this is going to push back up and recover.
What caused that drop that day? My God, look at that.
It was earnings.
Oh, yeah, earnings there, yeah. God, that's a brutal drop, that, isn't it?
AMD's having a good day in pre-market. SMCI, that's another one I'm gutted I missed. Because that fully retraced as well at the end of last week. That came back down to $55.
Right.
Trade Desk, it's up nicely. Tesla, looks like we're going to have a green open, to be fair.
Yeah.
Apple got battered, didn't it, last week?
Yeah, to be fair, they've been kind of taking the turns, the Mag 7, haven't they? It's been like one after another. So obviously Nvidia got the battering when Jensen said he was going to sell off loads of stock or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Tesla obviously has had about 4 different batterings in the past, like month or so, from obviously the Musk and Elon beef and stuff like that. Obviously Amazon's turn was on Friday. I think Meta. What's Meta doing actually? Let's see.
Meta flew, didn't it, after the earnings?
Yeah. Look at that.
I'll tell you what I really like, and it's one I've shared. Those in the Discord will have got in at a very beautiful price when I drop this in. But Nebius, NBIS, it's literally just range trading. If I show what I'm looking at,
go on.
Share my screen.
Yeah, I'll share yours. Go on if you
like. I've just been putting orders in on this line, and then when it approaches this line, I sell. And you look at it, gains here. You got a decent run up to here. You can get in again here. Goes up to here, comes down, comes up to here, down to this level here, and you've got upside. It is just this line at $50. It's just defending $50. Like there's no tomorrow. Even like I got an entry on Friday on open. I got clipped in. Like look at that.
Yeah.
Like that it wicks bang onto the line, and then just goes up. Like,
I'll tell you what is becoming a bit ridiculous is the Rolls Royce chart.
Oh.
It is honestly, it's just up only, just never stop. Like it.
Yeah,
just
but this thing took a
stop.
battering a few years ago, didn't it?
Yeah, but like put it on the daily or weekly, it just doesn't stop.
Look,
it's the craziest looking chart I think I've ever seen.
It's
just one straight line from $100, 10x.
I used to own some of these as well, and I sold them.
It's unbelievable.
Like, look at that! Like, if you'd have accumulated in COVID.
Oh, yeah, you can imagine probably the boomers printed on this. Anyone who's just like old school probably just loves the idea of like Rolls Royce or whatever.
Probably thing is as well.
They do a lot
if
of.
you work.
What is it that they do with the government? They do a lot of government contracts.
So they
stuff,
do
don't
nuclear reactors. So they do
Yeah, they do
nuclear
a lot of
reactors. They do
bad stuff.
engines.
Yeah, they do loads, don't they?
I'll tell you what would be interesting, and you see it a lot with Nvidia, is those on the employee share scheme. I think those who were working at Rolls-Royce, certainly in this period, but probably sort of like if you'd worked at Rolls-Royce and you had your share scheme accumulating. I saw something nuts. It was like, I think it was something like 60% of Nvidia employees are millionaires.
Yeah.
And like 20% have a net worth of over $25 million.
It's insane, isn't it? It's utterly insane.
But like these guys, could you imagine, like, you've been working there since the 90s, your share scheme, and you've not sold. You must be absolute. I think there'll be a lot of people who will start early retiring from this.
Well, if you've got shares from down there, you can't convince me that. Honestly, I don't think I would have a good argument for not just taking profit fully here now. How high you want it to go? Like, it's literally just one
where you
line.
have it though. It's certainly if you were buying in this region.
Yeah.
I assume it's similar to the one that I'm part of, but it's only tax free after 5 years.
Yeah.
So if you sell them before, you have to pay.
Capital gains.
I think it's even worse because it comes through payroll. It goes through your PAYE.
Right.
Because I got stung with it. I sold some.
What I'd be looking at is you might hold the thing, but what is the downside risk on that chart? Like, does the downside risk outweigh the tax hit?
You could do similar to what Mark Cuban did. Is you could essentially sort of just buy downside coverage. So you could either stick like an almighty CFD short position here, or you just do what I don't think you can trade options on Rolls-Royce, but what Cuban did when he had his Yahoo stock is he bought long dated downside puts. Yeah, it was the trade of the century, wasn't it? Because he sold his puts for billions. It's the greatest trade ever on Wall Street.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, single trade. It's one of the greatest single trades, apart from obviously the people who bought like the. Actually, no, it's more than the people who bought the housing bonds. But yeah, that is a nuts chart. Do you know I owned some of this as well back in the pandemic, and I was selling here.
Yeah, I remember being sat in a bar near where I used to live. I remember I seen one of my old school friends, and he was asking me about crypto and stuff. So this must have been probably back in about 2022, and he was telling me he bought loads of Rolls-Royce stock in the pandemic, and I don't know whether he held on to it or not, but since 2022, if he held on to that, he's
outperformed you on Bitcoin.
Yeah. To be fair, he's probably outperformed most people that trade crypto.
It's nuts.
How many people that trade crypto do you think have done an 11x over the past couple of years on their whole account? That
chart's nuts.
It's not an easy thing to do, really.
That's a brutal rejection, though.
Yeah. That weekly candle is fucked.
Like the fact it got up to there on Tuesday and then just went down.
It's not a good weekly candle. That looks horrific.
No. I'm short on this, and I've closed about half of it. I was hoping it would come down to here, but it seems to have. This was the only bit that I was worried about. It seemed to have found some support in there. Did you see this? Novo Nordisk.
Oh. No.
They issued guidance in the fact that they're not making much on their weight loss drugs, and that as a weekly candle is nuts.
I tell you what, that's coming to a good level, that though.
Yeah, it's do or die, I think, at this point. Someone was saying, I was chatting to someone and they were like, aping. I said, thing is it's not going to shoot immediately back up here. What you'd want here is to actually see it hold.
Like last time.
Because ultimately, if it doesn't hold
what
here,
it did
you're
last
looking
time,
at here. Yeah,
We-
like you're looking at down here if it doesn't hold.
Yeah.
So you're down 25%.
And the thing is,
this
obviously, you can just look at the chart, but are people actually going to buy that up if they're expecting, weak financials?
have you seen this one, Dave?
What's that? What's that? United
Health.
Wow. That is crazy. Actually, I've just realised what time frame that was on. That's all the way back to the COVID drop, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is crazy. What a rug pull.
Like, that is nuts, isn't it?
That is insane.
Could you imagine if you'd been holding from here and you weren't taking profits up here?
Oh. Yeah, it would be. But I would love to catch one of them. Can you imagine the feeling of catching one of them drops?
Oh, I sold my snowflake options.
I remember you saying on Friday, yeah.
Mate. Oh, I'll see if I can find. I was so annoyed because it was a pre-existing limit.
Yeah, right.
Right, get rid of that. It was a pre-existing limit because I thought it was. I thought I was completely dead in the water. Thing opens, sells me out of my options. Like here, I was on 210 puts, and it just. The worst bit is I had it marked out for a short. I had it coming down to retest here.
Yeah.
I have still got 180 shorts putts. So if by mid-August we get to round here, I should be really, really in the money on those.
I tell you what, this is probably a question maybe people are wondering. Where do you actually look to find these companies and these charts? Because obviously you don't pull them out your arse. Where do you just do your research, like in terms of what is like large caps for a sector or mid caps, or do you have somewhere where you go to where maybe? So
there's a few different ones. So I keep a lot of stuff on my charts and I'll go through. I use a lot of AI to screen. So like one of the ways that you can do it is this isn't even one that I've built, but I've got a custom built one. Let me see if I can change my thing. But you can use Perplexity. So if I change which screen I'm presenting.
Are you doing anything with Palanta ahead of earnings today?
I might buy some puts if it goes up on it.
I was thinking of doing that. I was thinking Palanta puts. It's up at 157 pre-market, so it's going to open high. It's going to open obviously kind of in the middle between where it is now and its all-time high.
So so this is a really good tool. I use it. I use some of the other bits, but this is really good. So you can type in what you want. So let's say Ethereum treasury stocks. And then you can use this to sort of refine. I have my own personal LLM that I'm not showing the secret source over, but it's so good for analyzing stuff. Like, I'll send you over a link for Perplexity, Dave, because I think you might like it. It's certainly
that looks really nice. So is this like an AI built for finance?
Yeah. So there's different pages on it, but one of the product managers for it used to work as a quant on Wall Street.
Right.
So it's not pulled out particularly anything on here. But so I've got my own thing for the screener, but I quite like how you have sort of this. So you can search for whatever news you want on here.
Yeah.
We'll tell you all of that. You can analyze coins.
That's fascinating. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's interesting because obviously I think for a lot of people to like, where do you actually just go to like find obviously like opportunity? Like it's easy for crypto because you can just go on
Yeah.
CoinMarketCap or you can go on whatever. There's a full list, isn't there, of everything like performance wise each day and stuff like that. Where obviously to find stocks and stuff like that is potentially a bit more tricky. But I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, I've got some. It's all about the. It's all about how well you prompt it, and I've got some prompts that I have refined into. That I've really refined, so I can send. I can send those. But yeah, like I don't even. You know what, Dave? I don't even really go on any of these websites anymore. I have a list of like websites you get information from, and I'll do that, and then I'll just say, look on DeFi Llama for extra stuff. It'll give me everything I need to here.
Yeah.
And then interesting on Arkham about this. Yeah, so you can just do this, and you can set it up to you can set up the task function on here to basically just give you an overview for the day.
Right. Yeah.
So I did this one this morning. I'll share this. So I prompted it this. I asked it, you are the head of a macro research at an investment bank. Give me an overview of what to expect for the day. So this, I have this to come in every morning.
Right.
So it basically sort of will tell me everything I need to know that day.
Yeah.
Shows all the events, what the latest data is, what China is, what the dollar's trying to do, what the altcoins are doing.
That really, isn't it? Yeah, I like that.
So I've been building out my own personal models, which I'll share with you in due course. But yeah, it's quite good because it shows you some of these key risks as well. What you can do that I find really interesting is I sometimes use it to second validate myself. So you can ask. So say, let me just get a picture of a chart. So if I name a crypto, Dave. Actually, I'll pull one off my list. We'll pull Rio because I've pretty much got that. And if we go on the high time frame, is you can put pictures of your chart on and ask it to help explain. Actually, if I put a naked chart on, that'll work better. What do we have? We've got a naked chart for Trump. Let's have a look. Right, so and I'll be really quick here because I don't want to miss open.
Oh God, yeah, I forgot about open. So, to be fair, we got 10 minutes.
I pasted it into the wrong one. That's the only annoying thing about Perplexity is it pops out into additional windows.
Yeah.
That I don't want. Oh, it's come off now. Honestly, though, like, here we are. So I've put it in now. It's quite a useful tool to have in your in your toolbox because it can give you quite good second opinions on stuff.
Yeah.
So I fed it the Trump chart and asked to pull out key levels, and it was just literally I'd put on the monthly, and so it's pulled out 1216.
I suppose could you ask it? So say, for instance, could you say to it, if Palantir has weak earnings today, where would you expect it to drop to? Or does it quite not do that?
Let's have a look.
I'm just looking at them now. So, if I wanted to do that, I would go buy put, wouldn't I? Is that right?
Yeah.
I'd go buy put.
Here we are. Here we are, Dave.
What's it saying? It's fantastic. That look at that. We've got Scottish saying, I hear Trump is launching another meme after his Trump media company has a 20 mil loss. You heard this? I don't think so, but it wouldn't surprise me. I think the thing is, I think they got a huge amount of backlash, didn't they, for the Melania one? So I think that's why we've not seen another one launch after Melania, really. BPN says, what, you can screenshot a chart and add it on there?
Yeah.
Yeah,
so that was a naked chart, but you can put ones with your levels on.
Yeah.
And
then Scottish said, oh, no, I don't hold Palantir. How do you say? Is it Palantir or Palantir?
It's Palantir.
Palantir. I don't hold it, Scottish, to be honest.
Have you ever seen the quote from the founder about the fact that he can't drive?
No.
I found it quite amusing. He said he can't drive because he was too poor to learn and now he's too rich to drive.
Why drive when you're a driver? What a dude. That's epic, that, isn't it?
What have we got? Oh, I bought Black Sky.
Where would you be looking to put some puts on? Would you put them for the end of the week or directly for tomorrow?
Let's have a look at it. I'd probably look end of week if I switch screens.
That will be 8th of August. I'm looking at them now.
Yeah, because obviously I bet Palantir puts are really, really expensive.
Do you think?
I think so. Let's have a look at. So this is what I have from a chart perspective. Very rudimentary, but I had some levels that I'd mapped out.
A short video guru says he's bought some Black Sky since you brought it to our attention. Oh yeah, there's yours, Wiz. Yeah, there's your chart. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I suppose it could go either way. It could get a blow off top, couldn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I've got some Chipotle puts for this week. So I've got a $41 putt for this week. So my break even on that is 40.82. They were really cheap. Like I bought, I didn't buy much of them. I bought 10 contracts for $180.
Yeah. So how do you know what's cheap and what's expensive when you look at it?
I tend to look at what the price of it trades at when it's in the money. Because the mechanism it works is the mechanism that it works on means that if a stock's really, really expensive, like in terms of high dollar price, they tend to be a lot more. If it's a bigger, more in focus stock, they are really expensive anyway. They carry big premiums. But like Facebook, for example, Facebook was. I saw someone buying calls for Facebook that were $22. So that's just shy of $2,500 per contract.
Right.
Which $2,500 per contract is quite a lot, isn't it?
How do you work that out then for the contract from $22?
So whatever the contract, so the minimum you buy is 100. So each contract has 100 units. So you're paying, so whatever it says for the price next to it, you multiply by 100 to get what margin you have to put in.
Right, yeah. So say, for instance, I'm looking on Palantir now. So just for an example, the $145 put, it's got $5.30 next to it. So you'd have to have $530 of margin to buy out one contract. Right, okay.
Is that the 145 one you're looking at?
145 put, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, I understand now, yeah. Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, so they're expensive.
Yeah.
Puts tend to be a lot more expensive than calls as well.
Right.
Because there'll be a lot of people trying to cover downside, but yeah, that's the only thing that puts me off. Is I don't really want to put down like $500.
Yeah, and it's just a complete
on
gamble.
on a gamble,
day, really, yeah. It's just a complete gamble that obviously the market reacts badly to earnings.
I'd probably CFD it, to be honest.
Yeah,
I think
at least you can control it then.
How would you? I think if you CFD'd it like round here, you could probably get away with a stop loss of around here if you were targeting here or here.
Yeah.
So the thing is, that liquidity wick there, that liquidation wick there, you've got to imagine that they'll come back for that at some point.
Yeah, that's exactly where I was looking then to get $145.
I think you might be better CFDing it.
Yeah, I don't think I will do. I don't know if I would do either, but it's definitely interesting to know because that was one of the things that I've always been not understanding on is like, why has it got this number next to it? You know, like obviously just like
you trade on the premiums. Yeah, it trades on the premiums, not the underlying stock. So there's a few different things that go into it. But that's why the numbers that you get are so obscene. Like Snowflake, if you had 210 puts, the ones that I bloody sold,
yeah,
it did 1,000% in a day. It's like the CoreWeave ones when I made 1,300% in a day.
Yeah,
because obviously the premiums.
yeah,
be interesting. Hopefully this has a bit of a rally. This is nicely holding in this box so far. I think I said before, haven't I, that I can't see them letting it get to these two boxes because it's just too easy.
Yeah. And this would probably, I'm guessing CoreWeave falls under one of the ones that's got expensive premiums because of the high attention on it.
Yeah. CoreWeave is expensive. Not as expensive as Mag 7 ones. Mag 7 ones are really, really expensive.
Yeah.
Do you know what the worst bit is? I had this mapped out before. I had this chart drawn out. And look where that thing wicked into. It wicked right into my box.
Oh.
What else do we have? I'll tell you what is unreal. I need to get that. I've cashed that out now. But Oklo is nuts, isn't it?
Oklo. I think I remember
this is the nuclear one. Yeah, this was one I get. Anyone in Stonksy Discord, I gave people the trade for this one as well. The pure setup from here to here, and they've done 50% on a trade. If you'd leveraged it, it was a 250%. Anyway, I'll flick over to you, Dave.
Yeah. There we go. We are open for the market, so let's have a little gander about what's going on. So we're down a little bit on Bitcoin, not too much. We are in obviously a very small profit on our trade so far. If this came in, that would be good because that would be a lot of the money made back that I got liquidated for over the weekend. So yeah, we'll see. But yeah, obviously Bitcoin's consolidating after a bit of a bounce. The S&P 500 has opened 0.7% higher. Obviously translating over to stocks. You've got, what's the standout one? You've got Tesla at 1.3%, Meta at 1.3%.
I need CoreWeave to have a good week.
Microsoft. Or have you got something waiting on it? Yeah. What have we got? So yeah, quite interesting across across the market.
Anyway, Dave, sorry, what were you saying?
No,
You
no, I
keep
was just
cutting
saying.
out for me.
Do I? I just
It's
say
my headphones, I think.
it's quite interesting across the market at the moment.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
Cool. We've just fully retraced the open.
Maybe this is the point where top buyers are just obviously just dumping the bags now, which should obviously be a good sign.
Yeah, round trip.
Yeah.
What on my watch is it? I'm trying to see if there's anything on my watch that's doing. Palantir is ripping. Opened 4% up. Tell you what, BBAI is slowly starting to recover now.
Is it?
I had some orders in at $6, and it's pushing up. I really like ARM. I think ARM oversold.
Let's see.
SBET up 5%.
Yeah, that was quite a sell-off on ARM, wasn't it? Jesus. Everything has sold off quite a bit, though, hasn't it? Really.
Yeah, Victoria's Secret's pushing up.
There you go.
Up 2.5%.
MicroStrategy has retraced the open pump. Coinbase is heading down. Oh, if Coinbase comes into that region, my God, that is going to be a great risk-reward position then.
Coinbase is rolling right over in it now.
It comes anywhere into like 260, 250 then. Oh, yes. That'll be great. Which could easily happen if, obviously, if Bitcoin takes a battering again. No, not doing too bad on that position now. Yeah, this would be one where I'd just look to play the reversal. So, if in the scenario, say it did end up coming down there, that's where I'd be looking to take a long anywhere in and around 109. I think it should we get there. So it could, it would be like a nice yo-yo trade.
Yeah, it's quite a green day. I don't think we'll stay green for that long, though. I don't know. I've just got a feeling. BBAI is up 6 today.
Is it?
Yeah.
What's ETH doing? So ETH's got some relative strength again today. It's up nearly 2% against Bitcoin. So obviously, we had quite a strong sell-off on ETH Bitcoin across the back end of the week. But that's made a 2% recovery. Obviously, seeing Ethereum nearly back to 3,600 today. What else is up? We've got XRP above $3 now, just about. Obviously, Sol 164. Yeah, I think. So when Sol came down to 157, 158, that was the almighty place. That. What else have we got? Yeah, obviously Litecoin doing exceptional now, nearly 6% up today. Oh, have you seen Ton? Ton's down 5%. Tell you what, though, that's been on a great run, Ton.
Yeah.
It's not really been following the market that much. But some nasty daily candles. Have you seen them wicks on them candles over the past couple of days on Ton?
Yeah, it's nasty, isn't it? Rolling over.
Yeah, I think it looks like it's going to roll over. But yeah, I mean, all in all, look at that MNT mantle,
Nice.
nearly 9%. So yeah, quite an interesting day today.
Yeah,
Bitcoin's had a reversal, I think, hasn't it? Yeah. Yeah, so it's reversed that sell-off on open. And we are back into the negative on that trade.
Yeah, it's a little bit of nothing, isn't it? In alts, like they've not really done much. ENA's done well. Chocolate's getting battered. Cocoa is falling.
The price of chocolate is ridiculous now.
Yeah.
Especially dark. If you like dark chocolate, it's like £2.50 a bar. It's insane.
Friday was brutal for orange juice.
I think I seen that. Was it down like 8% or something?
Yeah, if you have a look at the weekly candle for orange juice last week was minus 28%
My God,
in a week.
that's insane, isn't it?
It's nuts, isn't it?
Actually insane. But yeah, it's funny when that happens. The price in the shops never come down.
No, absolutely not.
They just stay high. BPN says that he took a long on Popcat yesterday. Let's go and have a look at some memes, actually. We haven't looked at memes today. Pump is back up to 0.3. So, yeah, potential uprising on Pump coming. I mean, it's leveled off quite well, to be fair.
Fartcoin's really interesting.
SPX, that took a bit of a battering, didn't it? Jesus, that's a strong retrace. What are you saying? Fartcoin. Oh, yeah.
Take a look at it on the weekly.
It seems like the attention's gone from Fartcoin now, doesn't it?
It's come back and it's retested that.
Yeah, but that weekly zone looks great. In and around here, yeah. Quite strong demand there. It's literally just, if you look on the weekly anyway, it's just formed like a nice range, hasn't it? It's formed like quite a nice range, so yeah, I mean, Fartcoin could be one. Now let's have a look at Popcat, obviously, where our good friend BPN has taken a long last night. So yeah, you'll be up nicely, won't you? From anywhere in and around last night, a couple of percent. Yeah, I mean, everything just got slapped pretty hard, didn't it? Everything got slapped pretty hard. But good reset across the board, really.
Anyway, I've got to drop now, Dave.
Yeah, no worries, mate. Thank you very much for joining us. Appreciate it. And that was obviously Wiz being so kind to come on and talk with us for a little while. So big up Wiz. Yeah, I don't know what to do about this. Don't know whether to just close it or not. It does look like kind of it wants to go higher, doesn't it? Where was the poll up to? So the poll said 60% up. It does kind of look like it might want to explore higher. What does everyone think? Should we leave it open or close it? Please do make sure you drop a big like. And of course, if you want to trade anything today, there are 2 links in the description. One for BLOFIN, one for BitUnix. Both non-KYC. And of course, with BitUnix, you get yourself some great deposit bonuses at the moment. We've recently partnered with them. So let me see if I can find it. Yeah, here it is. So yeah, you currently get some great deposit bonuses. You can come and view this, obviously, on the Stonksy Twitter, or if you want to pause the stream, you can do to read about what you get. But obviously, you get a really nice deposit bonus, a fifth deposit bonus of what you put in. You also get up to $20 futures bonus for new users. First trade as well for an extra $20. And then there is futures volume and a 24-week check-in challenge. So plenty to get involved in there on BitUnix. Link is in the description for you. And of course, at the moment, currently we're on BLOFIN. But yeah, the BitUnix exchange is great. And I have uploaded some nice videos about BitUnix, covering obviously the sign-up process, the exchange, all that good stuff. That is all on here that you can see. So go check it out. Please do show some support on the videos if you can. I know some people like 115.5k on Bitcoin. What's that supposed to mean, BPN? Do you think it goes there and then drops, or what do you think on that? Trump on fire again. Sounds like Powell days are numbered. Let's see. Yeah, I'm kind of not liking it. I'll be honest. I kind of don't like absorption. Yeah, we could get a better entry, couldn't we? Let's close it. Plans to select next Fed governor in coming days. Right. Right, okay. Maybe, yeah. Okay, so it looks like Powell's out. Powell's out on his ass. There we go. Yeah, I think you're probably right, to be honest. It lines up with the heat map. He is saying numbers were rigged. Bloody hell. I think so, but I'm not playing Bitcoin yet. Bloody hell. Comes out with some crazy stuff, doesn't it? Is there any other news on it? What's it gonna do? Yeah, pretty crazy. I mean, yeah, we could potentially be seeing a change in the Fed seat, couldn't we? Which I assume whoever Trump would put forward. I don't even know how it works in America. I don't know if he can actually force Powell out or if he's just putting that much pressure on him. Powell's like, oh, do you know what? Forget this. But yeah, mighty Leeds will pump the toffees this year, Dave. Good, mate. I hope so. I'm a red. I'm a red. I'm not a toffee. So I hope so. So yeah, I'm a red, mate. So I hope you do pump the toffees. I'd like Leeds to stay up. To be fair, I want kind of a bit of a change this year instead of just like all the promoted teams always going down and stuff. I think Leeds and Sunderland would be great if both them teams stayed up. And I fancy Wolves to go down and maybe Brentford. I think Burnley are done no matter what. I think Burnley are done, I think, just from the get-go. I think that's just like, I would be shocked if Burnley stayed up. But I think Leeds and Sunderland could definitely do it. And I think, I fancy maybe, like Wolves potentially, or Brentford, or, I think Leeds or Sunderland will definitely stay up, though. I don't know, hopefully both, but, I think one of them will do it. It was just Romano. I follow Romano on the on the Stonksy. That's on the Stonksy Twitter. So it just come up, the signing Dewsbury Hall, which is probably a really good signing for them, to be fair. It's time Man City win the Prem for once. Yeah. They need a few more years off. Wolves, Brentford, and Burnley. Yeah, that's what I would probably say. I think that would line up pretty well. Bitcoin is reversing, so it's a good job we closed out. It's a good job we closed out that position. I think it's a bit difficult here because we could get a really good potential pump on with this news. Because if Powell is removed, I think that pretty much nails on a cut in September, doesn't it? If not, they don't do an emergency cut, whoever he gets in, if he can get someone else in, then they could do even an emergency cut, couldn't they? But yeah, nice pump up on Bitcoin there. I think we're having a pretty good hourly candle, aren't we? In the whole market. Let's see what the Mag 7 are doing. Google now up 2%, Tesla up just under 2%. Yeah, pretty much all of them are up quite nice. If they emergency cut, that would be mega for market pump. Yeah, I think if it was an emergency cut and it come out of nowhere, I think that would have like a huge impact. Yeah, look at Circle there getting battered. Eyes on Circle soon. Definitely eyes on Circle soon, everyone. If it does come into here, then we still need a pretty horrid drop on it so far, but I think it's making its way there. ETH's back above 3,600. Yeah, a couple of really nice 5-minute candles there. Market's looking frothy, isn't it? Looking frothy. Our entered reverse at 3:30 UK time, so that is in just over 40 minutes, isn't it? So RN is prepping for a reversal soon. Can you look up MYX? Quick to see what Stonksy says. I've started a short on it. MYX. Is anyone in the viewership? Any of you guys watching thinking about getting Stonksy that don't have it yet? Because I might have. Wait, what have I doing? It's obviously not the stock, is it? There we go. Yeah, is anyone thinking about getting Stonksy? Because I've probably got some good news for you. Whoa! Jesus. Look at that. That is relentless, isn't it? My God. Green on the 5-minute from the bottom. Still green on the 5-minute. On the 1 hour. Green on the 1 hour as well. Probably more focused on the lower time frames for something like this though, isn't it? But yeah, I mean, it's green on the 5-minute from all. That is insane. What a pump. Yeah, that is wild. I don't think Bitcoin's really taken that. Can you see why I started a short? Yeah, because it's just had an insane run. Is it on BLOFIN? Yeah. God, oh my God, look at the funding rate. The funding rate is minus 2.0. That is insane. People are heavily short on this, though, BPN. People are heavily short on this. The funding rate is minus 2%. Which you can see why, because obviously people are probably trying to short it all the way up. At some point, though, we'll have a blow-off candle, won't it? That is insane. Bitcoin dominance rejected nicely. BPN says I'll try watch it today. 116,500. Let's go. I mean, yeah, if it got there, that's quite a good pivot point, isn't it? If it can get up to here, in and around here is quite a key pivot point, really. So also the risk reward for obviously longs and shorts. You know, we reclaim, obviously long it back up towards the range high, you reject, and obviously good risk reward for shorts. I think coming here in and around where I've got these alerts on is probably the area to watch, because obviously we come and just liquidate all above where we sold off from. So I think, yeah, it's going to be something I'm going to be paying attention to is once we get up there. That funding rate is crazy, though. You always see that, though, to be fair. You always see that, don't you, on these, like, random ones where they just suddenly go 100%, 200%, 300%. You always see it. We are coming a bit back down now, aren't we? We are coming a bit down again. Any more news on Trump? No. Several candidates. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I think it'll be a fascinating week, won't it? Now. It's going to be a really interesting week with all this coming. But yeah, I mean, quite a good volatile US Open as well. We've not had the most. Friday was fun, to be fair. That was really volatile. But yeah, this has been nice. We'll see what happens from here on out. But please do make sure you drop a like. Make sure you let us see it. How many likes do we actually have on this stream? 14 likes, which is good, to be fair. If you haven't, please do drop a like. Make sure you subscribe. If you're watching on X, make sure you obviously head over to the YouTube channel and subscribe. And of course, click the links in the description. Sign up to BLOFIN, sign up to BitUnix. I'll put both in the chat now as well. The BitUnix one is pinned too, so you can find them everywhere. Grab an account on both fantastic exchanges, and obviously both partnered with Stonksy. And of course, grab your Stonksy. If you haven't, that is in the description. But obviously, a little teaser. There will be a really good discount coming for the annual and the lifetime as well. So keep a watch out for that. I think that will be probably coming this week, and we'll maybe run it until the end of August or something. So yeah, if you're looking for obviously monthly, the link in the description with the code is the one to use. If you're looking for annual or lifetime, watch this space, because there's going to be a fantastic discount coming on them too. But yeah, that's all from me today. Thank you very much for joining. Hope you have a great rest of your day. If you are in the Discord, jump in the Discord, have a chat to me. And of course, I'll see the rest of you tomorrow. Bye for now. Have a good one.